Hello, welcome to the Grace Space. I'm Marisa Johnson, and today is day 7 of my 30-day challenge. 30 days of showing up for myself, staying consistent, and sharing my journey in a real way. Today, I want to talk about something that is a huge focus for me lately, and that is motherhood, mindfulness, and just slowing down, which you will constantly hear me saying throughout this challenge. Because if I'm honest, I realized that my kids are learning these habits from me, and I don't always like what I'm reflecting back. You know, they say that your kids are a mirror, and sometimes I'm not liking that person that I see back in that mirror. So, moving fast, rushing, leaving things behind, I've been living at a pace that is not always healthy for me or my family. And I see them picking up some of those patterns, and I really want to start nipping that in the bud. And I don't want that level of stress and anxiety for them. So I'm being intentional about slowing down for them, for myself, for my family, and the peace of my entire home. Mornings used to be chaos. I'm not going to say they're perfect now, but they're definitely a lot better. Rushing to get them dressed, rushing to throw their lunches together last minute, rushing to match their clothes and get their socks and their shoe and their homework. And I've just noticed that when we start the day rush, it affects their entire mood. It affects my mood. It affects their focus, their energy, and the stability to just be at some sort of peace. So I've been working on not rushing them, giving them the space they need when they wake up, eat, move through their routine, give them space to just be in the morning, but still allow them to get me and my husband call them, get their tasks done, finish their list of things, and it's really changing everything. One of the biggest things I had to unlearn is this idea that I need to do everything for my kids. I think we try so hard. I know with this generation, at least, that we want to give them the things that we didn't have, and we want to do everything for them. And I think what I've been learning is that they're not really learning responsibility. They're not learning how to do things for themselves just because I'm out there doing it for them. It's the small things, right? It's putting away their toothbrush back in the toothbrush holder. It's rinsing off their plate, just cleaning the table, cleaning up their mess when they eat, taking their lunch boxes out their backpack and actually putting it in the sink, rinsing it out. I don't expect a lot for them, but I'm like, some of these little basic things that y'all could be doing right now could really help me out a lot, and that's kind of how I burn out, is just trying to do everything. But if you take these little responsibilities and give it to your kids, it's not like teaching them, but it's like releasing, some of the pressures for you to have to do everything for them. So I'm slowing down. I'm not overexerting myself. And I'm giving them the space to learn and grow at the same time. It's like a win-win in my book. What do my kids even really want? My kids hate when I'm on the phone. And I know they're right when they say it. Like, Mommy, get off your phone. Daddy, get off your phone. Mommy, Daddy always on their phone. They're not wrong. They're not wrong. The kids, they love movie nights. They love when I come to their activities and actually watch them and not on my phone. When they look up and they could see my eyes, I'm just not sitting there on my phone while they're doing their activities. They love going to the farmer's market on the weekends. They love their favorite vendors there. They love feeling like I see them, and I've realized that my presence is the most valuable thing in this thing called motherhood. And that's the biggest thing I can give them, is my presence and my attention and my wholeness and my oneness, and not just being in the same room as them, but just actually being present for them. And that's something that I'm learning. It's not easy, but I do see the benefits when I give that to them, and they deserve that. I'm their mommy. So this is where I'm at. learning to slow down, being mindful of my habits, being present with my kids, because at the end of the day, they're watching me. I'm their mommy, they're girls. And I want them to grow up in a mindfulness, in a space of mindfulness, in a space of being responsible and present human beings. And it all starts with me showing up for them and showing them what that looks like, and guiding them through that process. So day 7, it's really quick, but thank you for joining me for this little moment in my time. If you like this content in the 30 days that I'm trying to be vulnerable with you all, please subscribe for more real conversations and reflections. Please leave a comment. How are you guys working through being present with your children and teaching them right from wrong and teaching them responsibilities and not being that helicopter mama? Turn on your notifications so you don't miss a video. And this is the Gray Space, a place for healing, for growth and alignment. You are capable, you are worthy, and you are already enough. So keep going. Thank you again. And I can't wait for day 8.